Today on the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, we have a new trailer to discuss because Captain America Brave New World has a teaser out, and it is so exciting. All that and more right for this.
Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. My name is Matthew Carroll.
And I'm Jeff Randall.
That's the Jeff Randall we all know and love.
Excited.
Good.
Right?
Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. We're doing this on the weekend, which we don't normally record because, this dropped last night. I was already traveling for a gig, so we couldn't hop on. But now we're here. Let's do it. Let's talk about Brave New World.
Captain America Brave New World.
We've been waiting on this trailer a long time. I feel like a lot of information. We got news. I think it was out of one of the cons about some of the stuff that happens in this trailer, and I think we've talked about it before. But what'd you think? Let's just go over it. What do you think,
man? There's so many like tiny reveals in there that are just like, oh my god, it's exciting, oh my god, it's exciting, and then like Red Hulk at the end of it was just like I lost my mind. I lost my mind when I saw Red Hulk.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I mean. For
it's important.
It's exciting that it's finally been revealed. I don't know if did you know about the toy leak? I'm sure you did.
I did. I did. I saw the what was it, McDonald's leak?
Yeah. What I thought was interesting about the Red Hulk leak, or the Red Hulk in the trailer, is it does not show his face, which ever since Harrison Ford was announced as Thunderbolt Ross in this movie, we've been speculating about Red Hulk. But we don't see his face. So I'm wondering if it might be a different character instead of Thunderbolt Ross. What do you think?
Could be. Because we know that Stearns is supposed to be in this too.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he's the leader, but he also had access to Hulk blood and was doing experiments with Hulk blood.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it could be that he experiments on himself and accidentally becomes a red version of Hulk that they just kind of brush aside, or because, and I say that because Harrison Ford's pretty old. He may not want to do that sort of role, long term, because Red Hulk's kind of a big deal that might need to be a big deal going forward.
Sure, but we've seen them many times in the movies kind of use a villain up pretty quickly. But also, if let's say Harrison Ford wanted to continue this role, it's kind of perfect if it's mostly a mocap / voice role. You know what I mean? If he's older and wants to do he wants to grumble and grouse as Red Hulk, but doesn't want to come in. In the comics, Red Hulk can go back and forth, right?
I think so.
Okay.
If memory serves.
I'm not sure. Okay, cool. I think so too, but I'm not 100%. So I was just curious if they will even need him physically if he becomes Red Hulk, or if he'll continue to be Thunderbolt Ross. And
he's just Red Hulk all the time. He's just had that little bit as Ross, regular Ross, rather than Red Ross.
Yeah, Red Ross. Send
Harrison Ford right over.
Yeah. Other things in this trailer, obviously, Isaiah Bradley attacking and running off, seems to be trying to kill the president. What did you think? I have theories about what's going on here, but what do you think?
The first thing that I think is he's been brainwashed in some way.
Mm-hmm.
That he's
X2. This is an X2 situation. X-Men 2.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
An X2 situation. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
It's an X2 or I was thinking Winter Soldier because
this
this trailer has really solid Winter Soldier vibes.
Goes full on Winter Soldier for sure. And so it would make a lot of sense. I mean, this almost structurally this would be the same as Winter Soldier if you have Isaiah Bradley take a shot at the president, run off, and then you have Captain America chasing him down, very much like Winter Soldier, but also caring for him and not wanting to hurt him and wanting to be able to bring him in safely. Very much the same setup.
Yeah, and that's kind of not great because they've already that's treaded territory already.
Yeah. But here's my theory: that means it's not going to end the same way.
Yes. Yeah.
So maybe I assume if they're doing such a similar thing, that they're going to be using some sort of subverting of expectations. And I may be giving them too much credit or thinking too much through it, but my theory right now, based on this trailer, is that like there's a line where Sam Wilson says, "Mr. President, your inner circle has been infiltrated,
compromised.
Your
inner circle's been compromised."
I think that he has been compromised. Like,
sure,
Ross himself, like whatever they're trying to do here, whatever the evil thing they're trying to do that Isaiah is trying to stop is like actually happening, and the president is in on it. And it's going to have to be like Harrison Ford as the president, who we all want to love because he's Harrison Ford, and Sam Wilson as Captain America is going to have to literally go against the president.
Man.
Which is like, he's already struggling with this, like, you're not Steve Rogers. You're Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers. But like, right. What if he also has to literally fight the U.S. government, including the president? And what Isaiah Bradley's doing there, shooting, is maybe going too far, but like, he needs to be taken down, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's already the struggle, in America for a black man that, that they kind of tread upon in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. And then, like, if you just expand on that, and like, speaking of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that's where Isaiah came from. And like, he seems to be playing a big, important part in this movie coming up. And I'm so excited for that we're getting more of that promise, right? We're getting more of that, like that crossover importance of, the characters that first appeared in the series are making a difference in the movies in a way that like really needs you to go watch that series.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. That's a really good point. The introduction of Isaiah Bradley here, like, I wonder how much they'll explain in this movie who he is, because well, maybe they'll have an early scene where he's visiting him, or like maybe they'll have an early scene where they're both together at that ball or that banquet. Like, maybe there's an early scene where you got to get a little bit of a recap on who Isaiah Bradley is, because I do think that like just throwing him into this movie without the backstory is kind of weird, because we don't even know why Sam would care about him,
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched the series, you wouldn't know why he cares about Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, there's already that struggle. I got diverted by my own brain. You know how it goes. ADHD and all.
I do, in fact.
Yeah. Like, he's already got that struggle of like just existing in America. And so like, to have the president in on a nefarious plot, to try to get superheroes under his thumb and have like a strike team. Oh my God. What if that's what he's wanting? He's wanting a team, right? He's wanting a team that he can control. He's wanting Sam to lead the Thunderbolts for him. But Sam says no.
Well, I think he and Val, who I'm assuming is in this movie, I can't remember for sure if she's been official. I think she is. I think she's officially in this movie, which is funny that we didn't see her.
She's director of the CIA. Like, she's
gonna be in this movie. Like, they are heading towards collecting people, and like, I think they want Captain America because it is such a like trust-filled position, like it's very, people trust America. And it's just really interesting. Like, I feel like this is lining up very similar to Winter Soldier, but also Civil War vibes, especially with the idea that Bucky is going to be joining the Thunderbolts, So if Val and the president are building some sort of strike force to like do what they want to do for America, that may not be, what Captain America or Steve or Sam would decide to do. But the president wants it, like what, but then again, like, I think about like Sam taking down the president, and like that idea, that theory, and if something like that were to happen, like, it's really ethically dubious, because even if like he would need to be revealed, like let's say he's Hydra or something, or like he's working with Hydra, like let's say Ross I could totally see a situation where we find out they've decided for protectionist reasons that they need to like incorporate people who were Hydra back into their system of control, stuff like that. Like maybe this isn't a Hydra situation like in Winter Soldier, but it's like we find out they're using Zola in the background. You know what I mean? Just to like do stuff, just like Project Paperclip or whatever. Like, oh no, we're not continuing. We're not Hydra anymore. But like we can't throw all this intellectual resources away.
We've got all this IP. Like we can't just throw that out.
Yeah.
It's that sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, sunk cost fallacy. Exactly.
We've already put all this time into the things that Hydra was building. Like Hydra's dead, but like we can still take their stuff, right? And like we can still use their people, right?
I don't know. I mean, that's Project Paperclip. Like that's what it is. So I could totally see something like that. Sorry, Waterfall Angel in the chat just said Zola is Clippy. What? Yep, that's basically the amount of processing power those old computers had.
It seems you're writing a document. I can help you write this email.
I would love Zola as like my Alexa at the house.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know that. Whatever. I can't do a Zola voice. Your Zola's
I
good.
can order that for you. It will be here in 2 days.
It is good with Prime shipping. Okay, what else do we have? Obviously, Red Hulk is huge. We see Sam. We see his partner, his the new Falcon, I guess, or
Joaquin.
Joaquin, that's his name. We see
Torres.
Isaiah. I don't know. We're about to go into the shot by shot breakdown, and we'll have probably more insights as we go through. But I don't know. It looks awesome. I'm excited. I feel like it's combining a lot of the best of what Marvel's done so far. I just hope that like it's able to move forward into like I want them to, just like you said, it's a bad thing if this is so similar. Like, say, like Winter Soldier worked. Let's just do that exact thing again,
I mean, Marvel has been accused in the past of, having cookie cutter movies, like stamping out the same thing every time. Like, we don't believe that, but like, this, if this is doing that, like, it would be too much for even us, I think.
Yeah, if it's just exactly like we're talking about.
It's a brave new Winter Soldier.
Yeah, the brave new Winter Soldier. Yeah, I think that it's absolutely possible there's going to be a twist on it, and that maybe all we're seeing is from the first few minutes of this movie. Most of what we're seeing, it seems all pretty likely.
I mean, there was a shot in that hallway where we saw Torres behind Sam when Sam had the shield up, but they were in suits. So I think that's like immediately after the situation in that press conference or whatever.
Yeah, when they're down like in it looks like an underground bunker or something.
Yeah, it looked like somebody was escaping through a bunker and like Sam and Torres were there. But then later we see both of them in Falcon suits, and it looks like they were like twisting around each other, like they were dogfighting alongside each other, which is like blows my mind. I love that because we've had in the film so far, we've had some instances of like two characters having a similar thing where like, Iron Man and Rhodey or Iron Man and War Machine were back to back in Iron Man 2, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like Cap and Bucky against Iron Man in Civil War, like using similar powers, and like it's kind of similar to that, but we haven't seen anybody like Falcon doing Falcon's things.
Yeah.
So
well, what excites me more than just like it's cool because the two people are kind of like doing something together is Sam, his original, like, he originally had a flight partner. So, like, this suit was designed to be like a duo, like to have a wingman. And so the idea of him having a wingman in this flight suit and like kind of, I can imagine him thinking of his other partner, like thinking about like how it's nice to have a partner again, it seems cool. But again, we're looking at all this stuff and it's like, this version of Captain America facing things as powerful as the Red Hulk, but he is not a super soldier. This is just going to be a completely different thing.
This version of Captain America is just a normal guy.
Like, I just wonder, like, what's the firepower he's going to be using? Because it just feels like he can't go toe-to-toe. Like, he's not going to be punching the Red Hulk.
Yeah. How do we contain that?
Yeah.
Huh. I had, like, there's an opportunity there that I was just thinking of for, like, a really heartfelt moment of basically Sam saying to Torres, like, it's really great to have a partner again. Thank you for having my back. And then, like, Torres saying, like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, Captain America always needs a Falcon. And then for Sam to be like, no, I mean you watching my back. Like, Torres, thank you from Sam.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And just really making it personal like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's giving me chills up my spine. Just like, it's so heartfelt. And, like, I haven't even seen the scene, but I see it in my head, and I'm just like, oh, guys.
It's really nice, except I need it to be earned. Like, that moment would be really sweet, but it would feel like a platitude if he's like, it's nice to have someone watching my back. Or it's nice to have you watching my back. It's like, but his last people who've watched his back are like Steve Rogers, Bucky, like pretty powerful characters, and like
solid people that have watching his back.
Solid people that have watching his back. I need Torres to earn his position. as like that new guy. Okay. By the way, we are live while we're doing this, and if you guys would like to post something that you want us to include or read while we're live, hit @StrandedPanda while you're doing it. We just had someone do it. Let's read one. I live in Norway and have a little kid, so normally don't get to join in live. Great to finally be able to join in the live fun. Love the podcast, all the Stranded Panda ones. Binged it after WandaVision. Oh man, thank you, Mads. That's Mads Sunland. Thank you.
Mads. First off, tusen tack for joining us, and tell your family I said hi en hyggelig dag.
What do all those things mean?
Jeg snakker litt norsk, Matt.
Goodness. Didn't know you knew so much of this.
No, I mean, there was a point where I was like real big, I was like, I'm gonna learn Norwegian because that's where my family comes from, and I want to be able to pronounce Viking terminology as I'm reading like Old Norse stories better. And they're different. It didn't help. It didn't help at all. But I did learn, some like beginner Norwegian, and ADHD being what it is, I'm on Korean now.
Ooh. Yeah, you and Jeff, you and Josh, my buddy Josh, and you, Jeff, are the two people I know.
I'm Tim.
Sorry, Tim.
Tim and Jeff.
You guys travel from language to language like that. That's really cool. I don't speak even as fluently as you just did that any other languages.
I mean, all I said was tell your family I said have a nice day. Have a good day.
Nice. That's very nice. Very cool. Okay. Waterfall Angel says, was Isaiah attacking the president or just trying to break the glass to get to him to protect him, perhaps?
I wonder if Isaiah was attacking, like, oh God, it was, it's trope. It's trope. He looks like he's attacking the president, but he's actually attacking somebody behind the president.
I think if that were the case, that if any of these things that Waterfall Angel bring up or that you bring up were the case, it would have to, like there wouldn't be a reason for them to all chase him like they did. Like he would be like, oh no, I didn't mean that. You know what I mean? Like he would just say something, or like he would throw his gun down or whatever, like, and say, hey, no, I was shooting the guy who was trying to shoot him, like something like that. Or I was trying to break the glass. I was here to protect him. Like the fact that he runs out of the building and everyone's chasing him, and including Captain America, like I feel like he is trying to kill the president. I think it would be kind of a cop-out if they did anything else at this point, because it's really exciting scene. Oh, that's a good idea. Someone else posted in the chat, like, so Skrulls are back, I think. And I didn't think that's what they meant, but maybe that is what they mean. I don't know what they mean. Oh, yeah, it was Terza Kelm says, so Skrulls are back. I don't know. Could be that Isaiah has been taken over by a Skrull. Or a super Skrull, they have Isaiah's powers. All right, man. Well, you ready to dive into this frame by frame and really see what we can find?
Do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So going to the very beginning, and we'll be kind of playing it. But honestly, this one is cut so fast. There's not gonna be much time to play. It's. Oh. Well, I jumped forward. Okay, hit the wrong button.
Too far.
Yeah, too far. All right. Let's see. We open into the Oval Office. Where the scene of where Nightcrawler tries to kill the president.
Yep, the very one.
That's the most notable historical event here.
Yeah, not any presidential addresses or
no. It's okay. We have a bunch of pictures of old guys. It's funny. I don't
ex-presidents. Yeah,
I don't like to watch any other breakdowns before I do ours, but the new Rockstars one auto played. And I watched the first minute of it, maybe, and they were pointing out the names of all the guys in the pictures, which I thought was interesting, but also not something I would ever think to look up.
Ex-presidents, you mean?
Well, they're not all ex-presidents.
Oh, are they not?
No, that's the thing. They were trying to I guess suss out. There's a lady on the far left. Anyway, I did not do the same. So they were, but it is interesting to try to suss out what does this president believe in based on his the characters in the background,
trying to figure out his entire motive,
his political
his political leanings and motives just from pictures that he hangs on the wall.
Which I don't think they really did that exactly, but it was funny that they even looked up who they were. Okay, and Sam walks in, and then we're having some sort of at the White House. There's some sort of event, some sort of summit, which this is really effective. I really like this camera shot they cut between, where it's a shot of him walking forward, and it's cut between that and him in his new Captain America suit, which I love, by the way. What do you think of the new suit?
It's a new super suit. He's got a suit and a suit, and I love all of his suits.
Yeah, and it cuts to him in that suit walking, and it's juxtaposed against each other. They're almost the exact same framing of him, so you're able to cut back and forth, and it looks like the environment's changing around him, which I think is really cool.
And I'm looking at that, trying to dig in, look at the background. What is this place? I've never seen this. Where could this be?
Yeah,
what could this be, Matt?
I don't know. It almost looks like a hip restaurant to me. I don't know what
he actually found himself in the Monsters Inc. world, and he's in the restaurant, the sushi restaurant.
Yeah, that's probably it. There's also a swirling mural on the left-hand side, and I'm wondering what that might be.
It's an art piece. It's Quantum Tunnel. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's an art installation of the Quantum Tunnel.
There you go.
Yep.
Confirmed.
We're going to link every single other property that exists.
Yeah. Oh, man. Thank you for saying so, Waterfall Angel. Jeff, you're still frozen.
My video's frozen?
Yeah, it's because I didn't reload it after you came back in.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's see. Where are you? You're not...
I was holding that pose.
You weren't really, right?
I was holding that pose.
You asshole. I'm sitting here changing it and opening different windows and I'm over here troubleshooting and you're just holding your pose. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is the hardest I've ever seen you laugh. Just at my expense. It's just... just purely mean. I'm just kidding. It's all good. Okay. All right.
No, I'm sorry to bully you like that, Matt. I was invisible.
Terz is saying Jeff is trying to learn Drax's invisibility technique.
I swear I'm invisible.
He was. Okay. Getting back to this trailer. Sam is in this fancy restaurant, and then it keeps cutting back. Well, I guess
if it's a fancy restaurant. It looks like there's blinds behind him.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back.
Well, there's the
I agree.
The weird designs, and then behind that, It looks like there's blinds, so it could be like an office setting, maybe?
Maybe.
Like the lobby of an office?
100% could be. Like the
Sure.
most expensive dentist in LA or something. But like it looks like some sort of
Yep.
some sort of very nice setting. Like that light fixture up top looks really nice.
Now that you say that, that's my dentist.
Okay, moving forward. Took a really long time on that. Ross says, thanks for coming in.
I love that Sam's like, I'm still getting used to the new look.
I know, it's
you've
funny.
gone from William Hurt to Harrison Ford. Like, yeah, they had me shave the mustache.
Yeah, it's a really good joke, and it's very much the joke from Iron Man 2 when they changed Rhodey out.
Yep, it's me. I'm here. Deal with it.
Yep, and I like that. Like he pretends that just removing the mustache is all it takes to transition from William Hurt to Harrison Ford. I gotta say, just hearing Harrison Ford talk in the MCU is exciting for me. Like just hearing him be like, "Hey Sam, welcome in." You know, like, thanks for coming.
Like, Indy.
Yeah, for real. I do think it feels like him really being like a villain in this feels right. Because it just feels like there's just going to be so much. I'm going to give him we've talked about before two things. We've talked about before how like having a villain that has lots of charisma is just great. It just makes for a better villain, you know?
Yes, it does. See Loki.
Yeah. All of them. Like, you want a villain who's truly evil, but they're just fun to look at. You know what I mean? Like, they're fun to watch. They're just fun to, like, have a good time with them on screen. And I think Harrison Ford is that guy. But also, we're going to give him a lot of credit for just being Harrison Ford. And I think a lot of the audience is going to be like, no, he can't be a bad guy. And I think he is likely a bad guy.
There's no way he could be a bad guy. He's a hero.
That's right. It's Indiana Jones. It's Han Solo right there.
That's Han Solo.
That's like the guy from the thing where he told him to get off the plane.
Are you talking about Air Force One?
Yeah, I am. I just don't know the character's name.
The president?
Yeah, just the president. Yeah, they said lose the mustache or lose the election. Great line. Okay, now we get a shot of Ross's looks like Ross just won the campaign. They said lose the election. They cut to him with a bunch of signs, and some of which are like little posters of his face, and some of them just say "Ready Ross," which I guess is his political campaign.
It's really funny that the Ross signs that they're holding, the Ready Ross signs, look like they are the logo of the Ross store.
They totally do. They totally do. It looks like a bunch of people who just really like, you know, casual fashion or whatever, fast fashion.
Yep.
And then there's a shot of him with just the word "together" behind him, which I feel like is a reference to "Better Together," which is like Hillary Clinton's slogan. Slogan. Look at that slogan up there.
That Logan. I mean, the slogo.
Yeah, whatever. One of those things.
Did you notice the panels in front of him? Like the
glass.
Yeah, like bulletproof glass, basically, in front of him.
Yeah. I did.
I keep thinking like maybe that's what Isaiah was shooting, but no, it's different. You know,
yeah,
it looks.
We'll have to compare these two scenes, but yes, he looks like he's got bulletproof glass around, which is normal. Presidents often have bulletproof glass around them when they're speaking in big public arenas.
Yeah. That lady that's over Sam's shoulder there, like over his left shoulder, she was later in the trailer with a gun drawn. And like coming behind someone, so I think she's Secret Service. Okay,
yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense that she'd be guarding the president right here. Ross says, "You and I haven't always agreed in the past," and this is the scene where look at all these people, a bunch of this reminds me of like The Fugitive, like all these a bunch of men in suits running after someone, and I'm assuming they're running after Isaiah here.
No, they're streaking.
Oh, but they're
all
suits.
Taking off their clothes as they're going, right?
Yeah.
Or they're just getting a light jog in, fun run, whatever you want.
We're going streaking. They're being led by Will Ferrell.
We're going to go streaking around the reflecting pool. We're going to end at the Lincoln Memorial.
All right. Man, I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, I know. Like, slower.
Right.
We need to analyze
I don't want to
every
miss
frame.
anything, but I don't want to stare at the exact same frame for so long because the beginning doesn't have a lot of difference. What do you think this is? Looks like Sam. I bet this is Sam visiting Isaiah. I bet they
looks like
captured him.
It looks like a bathroom door.
It does.
It looks like a bathroom door. He's looking out the window. There's curtains on the sides. That's paneling on the side of the house. I'm pretty sure that's Isaiah's house.
What? No. I think you might not be seeing it well. Like maybe it's blurry. It looks like that door in the back is sliding closed.
Oh,
this is like a prison situation.
Yeah,
I think this is him
There's
after he's
the
been
mesh
captured.
over in the glass.
Yeah. There's a mesh in the glass, and there's also like a weird window. So I'm assuming that's this is like the equivalent of a superhero version of when you call on the little phone at the prison.
Yeah. No, this is similar to Bucky's, or no, not Bucky's. Where they were holding Zemo.
Exactly.
In Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Looks like some sort of jail cell, and I'm guessing this is after he's been captured.
No, he's using the bathroom, looking out the window. There's curtains on the side.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you saying he's peeing in this scene? Like he's up against a urinal?
Yep.
He might be. That might
he's
be.
Just looking out the window, just like, oh my god, how am I gonna convince this guy?
Might be a double purpose to that room. So this is when Thunderbolt Ross is asking him about making Captain America an official military position, which, as we've discussed, is probably part of the Thunderbolts initiative.
Yep. Oh, okay. Man. Fifth Fleet.
Yes.
What do we got?
This here, later in the trailer, there's a shot of it says Japan, JPN, up there. A Japanese plane is coming at the Fifth Fleet, and I'm assuming that's the American Fifth Fleet. So there's international tensions happening here. It looks like maybe even a missile strike happened to whatever helicarrier or whatever carrier group is going on there.
Oh, that could be related to those missiles that were going up and arcing up later in the trailer.
Later in the trailer, you see these missiles arcing. That's probably that. So basically, he's asking, like, what if we disagree? Like, you want to make me an official military position, but what if we disagree? And we're getting a flash forward of, like, what they might end up disagreeing about,
Yeah.
Okay. And, yeah, there's Japanese planes.
Yep.
Sam asking, and if
I was like,
disagree?
how do you know they're Japanese? Oh, it's the flag that's on the wings.
Yeah. Who is this person? It cuts to a shot. This looks like the same... I think
the same door.
It is a very similar door. So I'm thinking this is the same building or same facility. The door doesn't look like it leads to a little window, though. So it looks like a wall behind it. So I don't think it's the same door. But I think that might be Isaiah's arm in front of her. Like, this might be her interrogating Isaiah or questioning him.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't do it. He's angry about being accused of doing a thing that he was trying, like, there was good to be done that he was going to do.
Yeah, maybe. I really have no idea. Like, I don't know if he's going to be like, as we've talked about, is Isaiah brainwashed?
I don't want that.
I don't really want that either. Like, but I just don't know. Or is he just refusing to give the information? Is he telling them the truth? Like, is he saying, like, something's going on? I had to do it. The president's evil. Like, what is his position in this scene? If that's him, I'm assuming it's him. That also might be Sam.
That's a really beefy forearm. I think Sam's forearms aren't that big.
Maybe. I'm not sure. But also, this could be Sam insisting on seeing him, which might make sense with that door behind him. Like, maybe maybe this is like the guard that's like assessing whether people are allowed through or not.
Maybe.
And in that case, that might be Sam.
I think it's interrogation, though, because, like, on the right there in that scene,
there's like glass.
There's the glass that looks like it's, for observation or whatever. But what if he's just like, it's not that he's mad or anything. He's not like, upset. He's just places his hands calmly on the table and he's standing up and he's just like, we're done here.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing about the only thing that makes me think it's not Isaiah. If Isaiah just tried to kill the president, I don't think this agent would be so cool sitting at a table while Isaiah is like looming over her.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he's going to be in like full Hannibal Lecter attire. You know, like they're going to have him strapped down, I feel like, when they do go to see him. So, yeah. I thought this might be an interview, and it could be an interview. Maybe he's already proven that he's not violent anymore or whatever. But I'm not sure.
So what if Isaiah is attacking someone that is behind the president or whatever, but doesn't actually take that person out, and then that person's running away, and Isaiah jumps out the window to head them off? Or
Okay.
they go to run away, and Isaiah's like, well, damn it, I screwed this up. I gotta get out. Because they're just going to think that I was trying to kill him.
I just think this trailer is structured in such a way that it very clearly makes it look like Isaiah tried to kill the president and then ran away, and Sam chases him. So, like, if they do anything else, I feel like it's just going to be a cop-out. Like, it will not feel good to us in the theater if this was, like, all a trick. As much as I want Marvel to lie to me, this is, like, what the movie is seemingly about. It just feels like a weird misdirect if they do anything different.
I'm trying to help them lie to you, Matt. I'm trying to give I'm throwing so much spaghetti at the wall that, like, I want every thread, every possible pathway seeming like it's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm not looking for outs. I don't want that moment to not be that moment, you know?
Sure.
I think that moment looks cool, and I want it to happen. Our next shot is of Giancarlo Esposito, looking like a real badass special forces dude.
Yeah. And, like, I'm trying to pick apart everything about him here, and I'm like, I'm not seeing anything that's, like, standing out as, like, that's an indicator of character, other than, like, whatever that ring is on his hand. Like, that's the only thing that I could think of that, like, could be something, but I can't, like, we got to zoom way in, and I can't really see it.
Yeah, he looks like some sort of mercenary. He's not in uniform, so I'm assuming he's some sort of mercenary. It kind of makes me think, like we were talking about earlier, if they don't show the face, and if Red Hulk for some reason is not Ross, which I still think is the most likely, but if they do decide to go a different way because, like, Harrison Ford's not going to want to play Red Hulk all the time or whatever, I could totally see this mercenary character, similar to Abomination, becoming Red Hulk.
Nah, it's Isaiah. Isaiah's Red Hulk.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I could see it. That sounds wild. I don't know about that, but it's sure. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, if it's not, like, I still think it's Ross, but if it's not Ross, it's probably someone else that we know is in this movie. And Giancarlo seems like an option.
Maybe.
Isaiah's already got superpowers. He doesn't need more superpowers.
No, he needs more superpowers.
I mean, it would be very much like the Abomination. Like, he got the super soldier serum that helped him, and then he got...
Yeah, he got that, like, discount super soldier serum, and then some more, and then how you feel? Like a monster.
Off-brand, not Erskine brand.
Yeah,
super soldier serum.
He got the great value brand.
Yeah. Okay, moving forward. Because, but the real takeaway is, it just looks like a mercenary. Giancarlo, we've talked a lot about who he's playing, but Giancarlo looks like he's just playing a mercenary of some sort. Then we see missiles being launched from the carrier. And this is the big thing that everyone's talking about. Yep. This shot right here. And that is...
that's the finger.
Is it Tiamat? No,
Tiamat.
That's some Tiamat. That is Tiamat's hand. Like 100%, that's Tiamat's hand.
That is the finger of Tiamat.
This is the biggest thing that, like, I've been seeing going around everywhere. Like I said, this came out yesterday. I've been seeing memes and everything about how this is Tiamat, and I totally agree. That is Tiamat's hand.
So that links Eternals into this. That links She-Hulk directly into this. No,
I know they mention it.
It was on the news
in
She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And so with that, Shang-Chi is also brought in.
I feel like you're stretching a little bit, but I do think that this definitely ties it to Eternals 1,000%.
100%.
I think stretching it to She-Hulk is like She-Hulk ties to Eternals. That doesn't tie this to She-Hulk. Like,
no,
it's like
directly.
No, it's literally indirect.
Jen
literally
Walters,
what indirect means.
Jen Walters is going to be Isaiah's lawyer.
Oh, that would be great. I would love that. Yes, please.
Superhero law is what she's dealing with.
Superhero law. Yeah, we need a very good lawyer. So either her or Matt Murdock, or having them on opposite sides of the case. Like, I think that sounds great. Let's fucking go, as Deadpool would
LFG.
say. LFG. I do think that, like, if they're using this to tie to Eternals, they're clearly doing the thing we've been talking about forever, which is finally tying this stuff together. And I would not be surprised if the post-credits of this, or something in the movie, tied to that Shang-Chi post-credit sequence. Finally.
Oh, yeah. The beacon.
Yeah. Because if, gotta call Cap in for whatever that is.
Oh, or do you mean the post-credits where...
they're singing karaoke or whatever?
They're doing karaoke.
Yeah, that's the one I mean.
Yeah, Sam joins them for karaoke.
Yeah.
I'd be so down for that. Oh my god. Give me Avengers karaoke.
Yeah. I love that. I love all the fun, exciting possible connections that this... Clearly they're intending to connect this. So, like, connect it to everything. That's great. But even bigger, what does it say about the plot of this movie right now? Which is like, they're having some sort of fight. Japan and America are on some sort of collision course over Tiamat. So what resource is available to Tiamat that, like, they're getting from, this is the technology, is it the metals, is it whatever, but they're not only just exploring it, but they think there's something powerful here that they need to have control over.
Well, I mean, this thing erupted from the core of the earth. That's pretty powerful.
Well, sure, but, like, they're not, like, sending a group of scientists to explore it. They're fighting over it. So I think whatever they've already learned about this is valuable enough that both countries want it.
There's likely resources in there because, like, Nowhere is the head of a dead celestial.
Yeah, that's true. Good call.
When they first went to Nowhere, they were excavating it.
And they still are. Even in Guardians 3, there's like excavator projects still going on.
Yeah. So they're getting resources from it to sell to somebody or to use in some way. Like, there's value to be had in there.
Oh, so, like, for sure.
Absolutely, that's a resource that somebody's going to want to control.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, in She-Hulk it said that popped up in the Indian Ocean.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Not to say that the world is a gigantic place and nobody can get to places, but I mean, Indian Ocean is much closer to like Japan and other countries than the U.S., right? So, like, the U.S. is sending a fleet over, and other world superpowers are like, no, that's ours.
Yeah, 100%. I think that is like
stay on your side.
Okay, moving along. So Ross says to work with me, Sam.
Tapping him on the shoulder.
There's pink flowers behind him right here, which, like, later on, there's some sort of big action sequence among those, like, pink flowers. And I just find that interesting that there's pink flowers in that scene as well.
Yeah. And he's like, uh-oh. Okay,
what?
Sorry. There's camera flashes going on, so some sort of press conference. Right?
Yeah, I think this is still the same event they met up with. I think this is, like, before the Isaiah attack.
Yeah. And then this next shot of the back, like from the bed of a truck, the building, the brick building that's to the right of that truck was over Giancarlo Esposito's shoulder in that last shot. So this is where he's showing up to attack.
Yeah, for some reason, this, as well as a few other scenes, remind me a lot of the buildings and structures in the area where they created Captain America, where they go back to it. It's been all blowed up in Winter Soldier, but for some reason this is all reminding me of that, and I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, this truck exploding like this, looking like it literally got sliced in half.
Big exploding car. Okay, that's a different thing.
That's a different vehicle. You're right.
Yeah. So this car exploding is a truck of some sort.
This one looks to be impacting something. The one that's flipping got cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it got sliced in half.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a very clean line.
I'm wondering if this is more like Red Hulk stuff from later in the movie, or
could be.
Wait, see right here. Okay, no, that's just part of the truck. Yeah, so this is one truck is exploding, one car is flipping and getting cut in half, and has been exploded. So I don't know what's going on there. Then it cuts to the shot of the most villain clap I've ever seen from Harrison Ford. Like that's a villain clap, right? Like he's looking. Let's get this smarmy smile, and he's clapping all sideways. He just looks like
What's interesting to me in that shot though is that you see the silhouette of a map around him. And I think that's
You're totally right. Yeah,
I think that's a hologram of some sort, or just like a map on the wall or something like that.
It appears to be in front of the chandelier, so it's got to be a hologram. So it's probably part of whatever presentation he's giving. Yeah. I have a feeling this is him like sort of announcing whatever like protectionist move that he wants the U.S. to make to protect them from the various like global attacks they've been facing, sort of related to Secret Invasion, but also very related to Thunderbolts.
But if you look, that like there's a couple of spots in it that are like very brightly colored.
Yeah,
and I wonder if that's like hotspots of super activity or whatever.
Okay.
At first, I was thinking that it was spots where like Tiamat was coming out of the earth, and they need to go and like secure those locations. But those look to be one looks to be like central U.S., like in the Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas area, and then the other one seems to be in Europe, looking like it's close to like France, Germany.
I can't see it with that much detail. I don't know. I really don't know.
So like if you look over there at where the chandelier is, it's mirrored. Sorry, it's mirrored. So if you look where the chandelier is, to the left of the chandelier, you see Florida sticking off.
Yes, I think that's it. I think that's right.
And then like going up to Maine and Canada up there, and then over his right shoulder is like Portugal, Spain, France.
Yeah, that looks like Europe. That's Britain, maybe.
Could be.
Okay, so anyway, it's a map with some white dots on it. So it's either, like you're saying, it might be threats or goals, but I think it also might be like their plan. Like he might be like, we're going to station a super army or an Ultron bot or like whatever in all these places.
A super team.
Yeah, or a super team, yeah.
So like Thunderbolts could be in America. The central one in Europe could be like Excalibur.
Right. That's not a bad idea. And it could be some sort of like, we've got a global network of like, people that work for our purposes, all of our allies, we're getting super teams.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like the 50 States Initiative from comics, except it's like a global thing.
Yeah. That's a really good connection there. Okay, cool, yeah. Cool. Okay, moving on. Thaddeus Ross says, we'll show the world a better way forward. And Sam looks very happy with this. Okay, here's a much better look at that.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. We were looking at this like terrible view of this holographic map.
That bright yellow one right behind him over his shoulder is definitely France.
Okay.
And then
there's a bright yellow one
over there
in the middle
on the
of
far
America.
Right.
There's a bright yellow one in the middle of America as well. And there's a bright yellow one in India. Yeah.
And then what is that? Is that Kazakhstan? Or is it Mongolia? I can't. My Asian geography is not great.
I'm terrible at all geography, but there's a bunch of there's some white dots around Africa. There's some white dots throughout Europe. There's a big yellow one, and it makes me wonder. Maybe this is spots of attacks or something, because like Yeah, I don't know. There's not many in America. So you'd think if it was like an initiative of protection.
New York would just be like lit up.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like here's the Avengers, here's the Thunderbolts, here's the whatever. But like it does seem like most of it is centralized in Europe. Maybe, I don't know. It's interesting.
It could be that those spots, those big yellow circles, are like the headquarters for each continent. Like for each continent's super team initiative, and then like because you see there are like arrows pointing at the like bright white dots on some of them. Those could be like branch offices or like where like more localized teams are centered.
Right. Absolutely could be. And it kind of depends on like what are these dots? We just don't know. Speculation. Basically, they're either goals or enemies or like a plan to put things in place.
There's a bright one on Portugal, but then there's one off the coast of Africa, and I forget which islands those are.
And I don't see like a big one in the Indian Ocean, so like I don't think it has to do with Tiamat necessarily.
Right.
Unless like they're saying like, hey, we're getting resources from Tiamat and we're going to put them all over the world. Like this is allowing us to build new weapons or whatever.
Sure.
Jay Scoots, our good friend Jay Scoots, Jay Scotty St. Clair in the chat says adamantium ? Which I have seen that going around online that this movie might be about adamantium. Like that might be one of the things that Tiamat has in it or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know why we think that.
Looks like one of those dots like immediately over his shoulder is in Egypt.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Cairo.
Because this is a speculation without much information, right, at this point. Except
that's what speculation is, Matt.
No, it's not. There's speculation with more information, which is what we're going to move on and try to do. There's dots on a map. That's what we know.
There's dots on a map, Matt. What does it mean?
I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. So then it cuts to a shot of...
We got Sam, Torres, and Isaiah there all in line.
And then Isaiah stands up, and then we get him attacking, which I guess we'll watch in very slow motion. All right, yeah. So it shows him like breaking the wrist of a Secret Service agent.
He takes that guy's gun. Mm-hmm. He doesn't bring his own.
I don't need a gun. If I need a gun, I'll take one, as May would say.
Yeah.
And then throws this dude into a wall with his super soldier powers. That's pretty cool.
I wonder what the star pin was on that guy's lapel.
All right. I don't know. I have no idea. He does have a star pin right there. Very flashy.
Yeah.
Okay, then we get this shot. I just want to point out, all right, you talked about Torres being the guy to have his back. Yeah. Torres seems to have the slowest reaction time of everyone in that room.
I was just thinking that, like, everybody around him is like, get out! And Torres is just like, what's going on, Sam?
Every other person in that room has assessed the situation, realized the danger, and either run towards it or away from it as necessary. Torres has his eyes just completely still looking. Like, I think that's very funny.
Yeah.
Finally, he gets up.
He reminds me of George Clooney's character in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? When he's like, what's going on, Big Dan?
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, when when John Goodman's character was like beating the shit out of his friend, and Everett's just like, what's going on, Big Dan?
Yeah, that's funny. Then we get to a shot of Isaiah taking aim. Aims directly into the glass, fires, but does not. That's a pretty good face. That's a pretty good face from Harrison Ford.
What?
Looking at the bullets and looking, not really running away because whatever. Well, he's just sort of looking at them in a funny, scared way.
Yeah.
And then the glass does break, and Ross falls to the ground. And then it just cuts to everyone being hustled out. I'm assuming Sam stops Isaiah or like does something to stop him before he runs out. Because otherwise he would just continue firing and kill the president, I would assume.
Sure.
So, okay. Then we see a shot of everyone running out. And then there's a shot of Sam beating up another guy with the golden
with the star pin, yeah.
So I'm assuming that's another Secret Service agent, which, if I had to guess, this is after Sam beats up Isaiah, or stops Isaiah, then they come in to take Isaiah out, maybe getting ready to shoot him, and Sam has to stop them. That's my guess.
That's your guess?
That's my guess. Because why? Because I don't think Sam's just going to... Or, it's either that or this guy was in on it, but I don't think that's it. Because, like, it just seems like Isaiah's probably working alone here.
Maybe.
Why would Sam be beating up a Secret Service agent?
That is the same room where all the cameras were and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe he was somewhere else. No, that's definitely still same room.
Yeah, this is a really bad... Okay, this is only visible because we're doing it frame by frame, but this is really bad action moment. Watch, the punch goes fully by the guy's face, and then he turns his head.
Goes right past him. It's the guy reacting slowly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just a really poorly done stunt.
Yeah, whoever the stunt director wasn't like, all right, let's do it again.
Yeah.
You got to react faster.
Well, and this is interesting because Isaiah, they're fighting in some sort of larger room, right?
Yeah.
Larger part of the White House, it looks like. But then Isaiah runs and jumps directly out of the window that in the middle of the Oval Office. So they must run around the building a little bit. Could be
because I'm not. I keep saying in my head, I'm like, I'm not sure that that's the Oval Office, but like, it looks fairly certain that that's the Oval Office.
Oh yeah, that's the Oval Office.
But those windows are like very thick, very bulletproof, and somehow he's able to just dive through it, super soldier like.
That's a good point. Those collapse like plate glass windows or whatever. They don't look like strong windows.
Yeah. It'd be really funny to see a super soldier like run at a window that can't be broken, just like throw himself against it, be like, ow!
Yeah.
He built this one real good.
I thought, super soldierness would save me.
I thought I could just punch my way out of it.
Okay, so this is a confirmation of something I was wondering earlier in the trailer. It's a shot of the outdoors, and it's all the people gathered for this event.
Mm-hmm.
An event like this, like a gala where everyone's dressed up for an event, they almost always happen at night. So it was weird to me because later in this trailer, we see shots of the White House during the day, like a shot of the half of the White House being taken out. And I was wondering, was the event happening during the day? But it does appear these two scenes are different. So it does seem like we'll get at least two major set pieces at the White House.
Yeah.
And we get a shot of Sam Wilson walking through a hallway. It looks like something to do with the White House or under the White House, maybe. Some sort of like security rooms.
That's a vault. That is a vault door that was on his right.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Vault door.
Secure facility.
I'm guessing this is still at the White House because he's still in the suit. They're all still in the suits. This might be like the situation room.
Yeah.
Where they like go down and deal with situations. And he says your inner circle has been compromised. So like, do you think this is after Sam has talked to Isaiah and he's going to him like, okay, Isaiah told me what's up. Your inner circle has been compromised or something like that. Or if this is...
Well, it could be that's the gold star lapel pin is indicating who is
in the inner circle.
The bad guys in the inner circle.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Or they're all just bad. Or like
every single one of them.
Or the fish rots from the head. The president's bad himself is my theory. But I don't know. This is very early to have theories, but it feels like that to me.
What are these? What's all this satellite dish?
Yeah,
and who about? Are these? And why are they red?
Is this Torres and Sam? I think this is Sam and Torres
and Sam.
Walking up. They're still in the same clothes. At least Torres is in the same jacket. It looks like they're walking up to a some sort of secure satellite facility with big like red Hydra vibes.
Yeah. Hey, maybe that's what that underground tunnel with the overhead pipes is.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible.
That facility.
Yeah, totally possible. Let's see. Then we get a shot of Torres and Sam again in the same clothes, with lights flashing, and they're in that facility. This facility. I mean, if it could be completely out of order. This does look more like what would be under those satellites than the White House, you know. Then the doors open, some sort of weird gate opens, and they go into some sort of experimentation facility.
Oh man, that looks like a Hydra brainwashing facility if ever I've seen one.
Yes, I completely agree. I have a feeling it's more like super soldier experimentation, given that we know this trailer ends with Red Hulk. But yeah, it could be brainwashy for sure.
I mean,
that looks like
that
the chair
looks like the same one that Bucky was put into when he had to be reset.
Similar for sure. All right, then Torres says, "What if it's a trap?" Ooh, man. So a lot of this happens so fast. I really haven't seen it up close yet. I'm excited. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot from above of Captain America being closed in on by a bunch of soldiers.
And that looks to be, I would say it's probably the same part of the scene where that truck explodes.
Yeah,
the buildings there look similar.
Like yeah, this does look like some sort of outdoor fight where Captain America is fighting. I can't tell if these are soldiers. These look like soldiers, but I can't tell if they're American or something else. Then we get our first shot of the leader. That is the leader.
Samuel Stearns. That is absolutely him. Yeah.
Look at that green
head. His head is green.
Yep. And it even says on the thing, Samuel Stearns, the global power is shifting.
Yep.
And it looks like he's in like suburbia in this shot.
Well, it looks like that's a similar area to where when Torres said, "What if it's a trap?" Like if you look outside the window, it looks like that same sort of trees, same sort of background there.
Could be. It does. It is. There are trees.
There are trees.
There are trees, and there's foliage. So yeah, you could be right. You could be right. All right.
I'm thinking like, what if they're probably on the way to Stearns?
Yeah. I was if that's the case, that's very possible. This is just giving me such Winter Soldier vibes. Like the idea that like, you know, Winter Soldier mixed with Civil War though, really, because like you got all that stuff going on, but you get the leader feels very Baron Zemo-esque, like with him like wearing this hat and coat and like making phone calls to like shift things around. All right. And this is them getting out of the car with the shield. This looks so Sam is not in his suit. This is not the same clothes as this looks like the clothes they're walking up to the facility with the satellites in. Oh yeah. So I was wrong earlier when I said
going,
this was the same
or
clothes.
They're getting it's nighttime and they're getting ready to go through the woods is my thought.
Yeah, 100%. I think so too. All right, moving forward. That I don't think we said that's Sam and Torres getting out of the car, and Sam's holding the shield. I'm guessing getting out of the trunk. Then we get a shot of again from that. It looks like that same ball or whatever with them at the and that's Isaiah, Sam, and Torres. It looks like they're walking in. It says Global Unity Summit is what it says is the event they're at. It doesn't. I can't read the words below it, but above it says Global Unity Summit. Ooh, the picture on the Global Unity Summit. You see the blue hand is a blue circle with a hand in the middle, and above it is a swirling, colorful red and orange and blue symbol.
Yeah,
that almost looks like it could be a simplified version for a logo of that mural we saw earlier. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Like if they're investigating this Global Unity Summit and what's going on, they might be going into that might be where they're going in that scene. In which case, that might be like a more realized extrapolation of their symbol or something.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. The hand makes me think that this is related to Tiamat.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's coming up the same way that Tiamat's hand sort of is.
That's possible.
And I mean, it could be that, like, you know, the event of Tiamat starting to erupt, like, made the world recognize that, you know, we're all on the same planet. We have to come together. So unity is the thing. And
yeah. Especially if they, like, I don't know, if they realize the destruction that it almost caused them. You know, this thing emerging from the world could have destroyed the world, and now they're going like, this is a symbol of how we have to be unified.
Yeah, and it really makes me think more. Like, kind of drives it in that, like, those dots on the map, I'm betting those were, like, locations of, like, a task force, like global task force, super people teams.
Either superhero teams or some sort of protectionist plan. Like, is what I'm thinking, because it does seem like he's selling the people on something he's proud of, you know?
Yeah. Like, you know, Captain America's leading this initiative. You know, we got his backing on this initiative to protect the world. And here's all these different bases of places where they're going to be to be able to respond to threats, you know, as needed. Yeah. I'm betting that's what that is.
Yeah, for sure. That circle, Waterfall Angel says, I thought it looked like the shield, which I could see that. And Jay Scoots says it looks like the Firefox icon, which I think is also true.
But it's got a star in it, so it's Star Fox.
Oh yeah, This is the multiversal crossover with Star Fox that we've been waiting for.
Yep. Well, Star Fox was one of the names of the character that Harry Styles is playing, Eros.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I was thinking of, like, the N64 game, Star Fox.
No, I know. I'm 100% on board with the crossover with Star Fox.
Yeah. All right. We have a shot of, I'm assuming that's like the Japanese leader and the president and Sam standing together at the Global Unity Summit.
Yeah. That's where, like, right after that is when Ross is like, work with me, Sam, and, like, taps him on the shoulder.
It's that same shot with the Sam, like, I guess cherry blossoms in the corner.
Yep.
Which Terza mentioned in the chat, but I think it's in a part we cut out because this is when you were having computer issues.
Damn it.
All right. We have an explosion on a aircraft carrier.
Yeah, that's Fleet 5.
Yeah,
because in the previous shot we saw on one of them where it looked like it had been hit, and that is exactly that same spot.
100%. Yep. And then it's saying you're just a pawn, and I'm assuming that's talking to Sam.
Hey, there's that same lady.
Yes, the Secret Service agent.
Yep. And that's the carrier. That's on the carrier.
So interesting. So could that mean that, like, if she's a Secret Service agent, they normally, like, protect the president. So would the president have been on this thing going to see Tiamat? Is that what's going on here?
Could be. What if she's not actually Secret Service at all? What if she is Dora Milaje?
That's possible. She's a tall black woman with a bald head, but I think that given her clothing, unless she's like spy or something,
she's undercover. Matt.
Given her clothing, she looks
Eyes
more
of
like
Wakanda.
It could be. All right. So we got. I do wonder how Wakanda might factor into the story, because we have in Wakanda Forever, you had all that same, like, CIA dealing with them about the vibranium. So I wonder if they're looking for resources in Tiamat, how they'll factor in. Yeah. Okay, then we get to a shot of a graveside. Someone has died. And
you think? I bet it's Isaiah.
I have a feeling it's Isaiah. And also have a feeling, which is terrible. But also, I think if Isaiah is there, then it's likely Elijah will be there too.
Yeah, well, then we get Patriot. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So more Young Avengers to tie into this world.
Yeah, boy.
Cool.
Super exciting.
Well, and so it's interesting. Right. I wonder if he died as an assassin, it doesn't seem like they would be giving him the 21 gun salute or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm betting they figured out that he's a hero.
Yeah, possible.
Like that he was actually being a hero.
I think by the end of the movie they will, but I don't know. This gives me the vibe of like the denouement, not denouement, that's the ending, but like the sort of like falling action after that beginning fight in the house or in the White House, you know. But yeah. I don't know. Like leading to the rest of this. This shot, okay, there's a shot of two soldiers.
3. There's one behind him.
I don't think so. So yeah, there is a light behind the shield, and this is that chair, the chair, but I don't think it's a third. There's not a third guy.
The bright lights behind him and the angle of the chair like made me think that was another soldier with an arm up hitting the shield. I don't know why they went specifically for the shield rather than like maybe shock him on the side.
So this is something I wanted to say about this, and given that other thing we noticed going super slow-mo, that punch was so bad, this shot is the worst thing about this trailer. Yeah. There is no reason for them to be going like they're attacking, and like so one guy is already attacking him when this shot starts, and he has blocked it with the shield. Then the second guy with his cattle prod thing comes down and hits the shield on purpose, which is terrible, like stunt choreography.
Well, it's also like terrible coordination between two attackers versus one person.
Right, but that's because it's terrible stunt choreography. These aren't real people. That's the point.
These aren't real people. They have masks.
No, Jeff, I'm saying this is a movie. Do you understand?
No, Sam's going to kill these people and it's going to be fine because they're not real.
Okay, so maybe it's hurting him through the shield, like the metal is conductive, but like it still just feels stupid. Like they could just hit him on his skin and not go through the shield.
Like his guts, his ribs are like completely exposed there. That second guy could have just been like, and
yeah,
zap.
It's terrible. And then they're still holding it on him on the shield instead of like pushing
it's like they're trying to push him down with it.
Yeah, I hate this shot. I hate it with a passion, and like I would hate it in the movie too. But putting it in the trailer feels stupid. I don't like it. It makes me annoyed. And then after that other stunt snafu earlier, it makes me think like. You know, stupid.
They did it just so that he could throw the both of them off with the shield.
I know. It's that whole like, let's make this scene. You can make scenes look cool while being more like practical with what the characters are doing, and this does not feel like that.
Realistic.
Yeah. Okay, so then we get a shot of.
It looks like that same truck car exploding. Yeah.
The same truck exploding, so we don't know whose truck this is, but there he is. There's Giancarlo Esposito. The truck is exploding behind him. I now wonder if that was like someone firing a rocket propelled grenade or something at him and hitting that truck or something like that. The way he looks like he's engaged in battle. It doesn't look like he blew up a truck that he didn't intend to be there, you know?
Maybe. It could be that he was, like, he planted that to attack someone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting like it looks more like he's seated or that. It looks more like he's seated against that car, like waiting for that to trigger, and then goes about his mission.
Yeah. That's like, a good idea. Like it might draw people out or something. That he wants to draw out. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, now this shot. What do we think?
Well, it looks like
it looks like a female fighter in some sort of loose-fitting garb with. It's a shadow. It's just a shadow.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it looks like it could be Sam's silhouette.
It looks like Sam, but it also looks like it could be Isaiah.
That's true. But again, some sort of female fighter. It makes me wonder who this is, and makes me wonder if it's someone that we don't know is in the movie yet, because they look suspiciously like their shadow looks suspiciously like super suited.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a belt that looks to be, relatively loose.
Yeah.
It almost kind of looks like it's a person wearing a hood.
Yeah, or like a big headpiece of some sort.
Is that? Oh, if they were wearing a headpiece, what if that's a Serpent Society kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, they did mention that Serpent Society would be a part of this movie, so maybe that is.
Yeah, this could be a Serpent Society person.
Okay, that's very possible. Then we get a shot of them. This is, I think, inside that aircraft carrier.
In the carrier.
Aircraft carrier walking through, two of the agents holding guns.
Is that the same lady that was in the facility with the forearm? Like behind the table?
Behind the table.
With what we think was either Sam or Isaiah's forearm?
I don't... You know what? Maybe. It didn't look like her to me, but maybe so. Let me go see if that looks like the same.
It's at 27 seconds.
At 27 seconds. Okay.
That's her. Yeah, that's the same lady.
It is the same lady? Okay. All right. So it looks like she's some sort of agent for the president or whatnot. Okay.
Secret Service lady.
Mm-hmm. Me a shot. This is directly outside the White House. It looks like president's giving a speech. I think this scene probably goes with the scene where we see part of the White House torn off. By the way, a really funny shot they did in the trailer. It looks like Sam throws the shield through the White House.
Through the White House.
I think it's very, very funny. We were coming up on it. Okay, so yeah, this is American, like, special ops soldiers firing at Captain America. So this is like Captain America's going directly against, like, them, it looks like. It's two different shots, though. It could be different.
Yeah, I don't know, because it looks like he's got debris falling off of his shield, not bullets.
No, that's a good point. Okay,
so I think that's when the White House is blowing up.
Okay, and this looks like there's the water there made me think this looked almost like that scene in New Jersey or like that area in New Jersey, but the cherry blossoms, obviously it's probably DC, like Terza mentioned.
Could be.
But this is a shot of a bunch of cherry blossoms and a completely destroyed road with a bunch of cars blown up. So this might be the after effects of whatever battle Giancarlo Esposito's character had. I don't know.
That actually, I would say that looks like where that Red Hulk shot is later, and I think all of that carnage is Red Hulk.
Yeah, ooh, yeah. That is pretty likely. That is pretty likely. All right, and then Ross says, you're Captain America, but you're no Steve Rogers. And then in that shot, it shows Captain America picking up his shield. So yeah, they're cutting it together with the Giancarlo Esposito scene, but I think that's not true. I think that Giancarlo Esposito scene is a different area of the movie.
Yeah, like the amount of wiggly woos that I'm doing, the amount of like debris that was on Cap's uniform there, Sam's uniform, looks similar to when he had the shield up and debris was coming off of it. So I think that's the same scene.
Okay. Okay, then we go back. This looks like the same facility where with all the red lighting.
Red Room soldiers.
They're wearing the same clothes, so they're fighting off some sort of soldiers inside of that facility. With the experimentation.
Not real people.
Okay, and I really love this cut. The throwing of the shield off to the right, and then the collapsing of the White House. Oh, dude.
That's Red Hulk jumping through
it. I think this is an edited shot.
Yeah,
we talk all the time about how
they leave stuff out.
Earlier in the trailer, just a minute ago, we saw Ross directly down there. We saw Ross directly down from the from this shot, and now we see something is crashing through the White House right here.
Well, no, if you look at the way that the building is collapsing, it looks like it's being pushed
100%,
pushed apart, like something is being thrown through it
100%. But then here. You see this shot?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's bulging up and out at the roof.
That's not what I'm talking about. Look through there. One of Red Hulk's powers is his, like, he becomes all, like, he starts to be, like, all fiery when he gets more angry.
Energy, yeah.
Absorbs it. Look right there in the center mass of this explosion. There's a bunch
Same thing happened with the truck.
Yes, but that looked like more like an explosion. Okay, I might be wrong. That might just be explosion. Yeah, it's just explosion. Never mind. But I still maintain
it's Red Hulk.
No, I still maintain it's likely Red Hulk. I just think that I was thinking that like red in the middle, like right there, could be part of
him coming out.
Like like could be part of the CGI they didn't remove or something. But no, I think now looking at the larger shot, I think it's just explosion. But I do think they're removing something from the shot. I think that is likely Red Hulk jumping through the White House.
I think there's definitely going to be like a Red Hulk on top of the White House kind of situation. Like Red Hulk fighting on top of the White House.
Yeah, that would be cool. And Sam says, "You're right, I'm not Steve Rogers."
Oh, man.
He says,
no, there's that road before destruction.
Yes. Okay, so now that's
with all the cherry blossoms.
Before destruction and him getting his wings out, and there's some sort of like airplane above his head. Some sort of...
That's Red Wing.
Oh, is that Red Wing?
Yeah.
It looked like it was in the distance, but yeah, you're right. It's closer, and it's Red Wing. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming out of his pack and getting ready to engage.
Okay, cool. And then we get a very cool shot of Captain America dodging a missile.
Dodging a couple of missiles. And he's got a helmet on.
Yeah.
And so there's a and
then cutting
there's a shot later. Oh, I love that. Sorry.
Cutting
there's a shot later where he goes supersonic from the look of it.
Uh-huh.
And I took issue with it as soon as I saw it. I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
But with a helmet, it makes sense.
But because if it's like just a normal person, like he's just going to get obliterated from that. But if he's got a helmet and like, and protection from it, then yeah, it's fine.
Then we see Falcon and him like interacting in the sky, and then him going supersonic. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Very cool. One of the
I'm assuming this is all over Tiamat too. I think right there you can see part of Tiamat sticking out of the ground, out of the water.
Well, yeah, when he dodged the missiles, that was right beside Tiamat's finger.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the neat little Easter egg type dealios, he flew through the wing in the same way that Iron Man got clipped by the wing in his first outing as Iron Man.
Huh. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's part of Tiamat while he's dodging the missiles. Very cool. And yeah, the Tiamat connection is making me really excited for this trailer. Really excited for this movie, I should say. Because it just seems like, real cool. Real cool to finally get that connection. And okay, so this, that you're right. This is definitely Red Hulk is about to fight where those cherry blossoms are.
On the road, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he caught the shield, threw it down into the road, and then there was the destruction.
Yeah. And now that I'm looking at it freeze framed, I think that's Harrison Ford.
Yeah, that's absolutely Ross. Like,
yeah.
You can tell by the hair.
Yep.
The hair and the shape of the face. It's funny. In comics, Ross had that push broom mustache when he became Red Hulk. So like having him not have that is like, oh man, like kind of a disappointment.
Mm-hmm. All right, February 2025. Man, that's not that far.
Didn't it say February 14th?
It's just February 2025, I believe. Yeah, just February 2025. But it may be the 14th. I don't know.
Oh no, it's the title of the video Captain America Brave New World official teaser in theaters February 14th, 2025.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Just
Yeah.
not in the actual trailer. It says, cool.
But yeah, the trailer says, February.
Yeah.
And it's not yet rated. What does it mean?
I think it's going to be PG-13. I have a feeling.
I've got a feeling.
Woohoo. Jeff, this has been fun. We had hopefully to the listener, this came out really smoothly, but this was a very long recording with a lot of technical issues. So thank you to all of our live watchers who stuck with us. Really appreciate it. And thank you guys for that. Let's see. This is probably dropping on Monday. We'll be back. We'll probably do a big reaction episode because this and the Agatha trailer, I feel like we're going to have a lot of people writing in with theories and interesting things to talk about by the end of the week. So big stuff this week. I can't believe we got these two trailers back to back like this. So cool.
Right?
So cool. Can't wait to talk about it more. We'll be back soon, guys. Hey, and if you are joining us and you hadn't been hearing us talk about it, but we are doing a lot on our podcast, Always Watching. It was previously Pandavision, but we are now calling it Always Watching, and that's because that's what we're doing. We're always watching all this TV. So it's all the TV shows we like that don't fit into our other universes. So please go over and follow Always Watching wherever you get podcasts, and throw us a review over there. We're really trying to grow that show in the midst of all this cool TV. We're talking about House of the Dragon. What else, Jeff? House of the Dragon, The Acolyte, and The Boys, all right, and The Bear. We're about to do an episode on. So four shows all being done over there. So if you like what we do here, me and Jeff are both taking part in some of those shows. So it would be great to see you, and Ashley. So Ashley's on all three of those shows right now. Crazy.
She's got way more time than I have.
Yeah.
She makes it a priority.
Maybe she used to. Kyle Terrell says 2 trailers back to back, and Deadpool in a couple weeks, and Comic-Con. This is one hell of a July. That's right. We're doing it up, man. We're doing it up. All right, guys. Well, we'll be back soon. Peace.
Until next time, true believers.
Thank you for joining us for the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, available everywhere you get podcasts, and now a video version streaming live on twitch.tv/strandedpandatv and available at youtube.com/strandedpanda. And if you'd like to learn more about all of our other podcasts, geeky projects, and ways to support the network, visit strandedpanda.com.